today I'm working on these two E8s. This was supposed to be my birthday present, but I'm doing it a little bit late because I wanted to do the other video on the PA1 first. So both of these are in really good shape. I've been saving up for a while to buy this actually. And everything looks good actually. The only thing is, one of them's got rapidos, and the other one's got Kato couplers, which are knuckle couplers. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of coupler work, but also I want to clean them. So along with the engine was supplied two little baggies with extra couplers. That's great, because that's exactly what I was looking for. Nice. I really enjoy these extra details that they put. Such a beautiful shell. So the first part of this is going to be the shell removal. I use toothpicks. You need a couple of toothpicks to get under there and wiggle it out. You shouldn't have to wrestle with this too hard. You should just wiggle out. Nice and easy. Once it's out, you'll know right away. Be careful, these little steps. There's little steps on the shell. You want to be careful with these. Very lucky this unit has them all. Now the shell, I'm not going to do any work on it. I'm just going to clean it. It's pretty clean to begin with, so I don't have anything to lose really. Good stuff. And I'm just going to clean and lubricate the drive. So I'll go work on my shelf and I'll be back. So while my shell is drying, I'm going to be working on the drive system. Honestly, it looks pretty good to start with. But I'm still going to take it apart just to be sure. So someone's been into this before. They added these pieces of tape. That's actually okay to have that there, because they would. I have some engines that were noisy a little bit, and I did that. I put some tape on it, and that solved the noise issue because the circuit board was shaking. He probably put it in just for the portholes, to make the portholes look black, which that's okay. I probably won't change that too much. It's actually a good idea. So these gray things here, they're retainers. They retain your trucks. So I took the pieces of tape off of that. Now I can wiggle them out and I can have access to my trucks. So that's the one. And this is the second one. Probably I put this on the track. It runs fine already, but I just want it extra clean, just for my own pleasure. There. And then I just have to get in there. Just this little pin here that will release my truck. So you go just gently over each side. It will release my truck. And then I have my truck in my hands. Beautiful. So this engine is not a split frame like what I'm used to working on, but they still run beautifully. Now I'm going to remove the circuit board. If you want to switch it to DCC, you have to switch it to a different circuit board. This little gray pin here is what's holding the circuit board down. So that, I'll be very gentle with that. Definitely you do not want to lose this. It's a little bit small, but I don't want to lose it. So I'm going to put it in my box there, just to make sure I don't lose it. And you have to straighten up the two contacts from the motor. straighten them out, and then push it forward just a little bit and it comes loose. That's all you had to do. Switch it to DCC, get a different circuit board. Contact strips come out. Thank you and thank you. And then this is the engine cradle that it's held there by the two tape strips. I don't think I need to remove it, but I'm just going to lubricate the two worm gears here. And that should be good for that. I just put a tiny drop in here and in here. And that's all I need to do. Now this little guy is the front truck. It's got no coupler pocket. So you know it's the front one. And if you get them confused, there's even an arrow to tell you which way it goes. So these come out just like any other Kato truck. You just get under there and pry very gently. And that's it. We're happy. So the real E8s had only motors on the outboard wheels. The middle wheels was just an idler. For Kato, that wasn't good enough. They wanted to have all wheels powered. This is a good puller. This engine definitely worth the money. This is the good stuff. Oh, I got a little hair over here. Oh, I can't stand that. That's got to go. So these just come out like this. And then I can run that under my tap with some soap and water. So it doesn't look like there was anything wrong with any of this. It's, you would say, in mint condition. But, you know, since I have it and I'm cleaning everything, I want it to be perfect. So I'll spend the extra time to clean the wheels. So the wheels are interchangeable. Very easy to put back. It takes a little while to clean the wheels, but I think it's worth it. That's how you get your trains to run right, is you have clean wheels and clean track. They get dirty as they run, that's part of life. In fact, I have a GP20 that I like to use, and now it's due for another cleaning. So that's gonna get done. I have the morning daylight train that I bought to go with my GS4, but I didn't have a diesel set for that. So that's why I got that for my birthday, to run the daylight passenger train. You can see on my rag that my rag's getting dirty as I do this. So I'm definitely justified. They weren't bad, but still, every little bit helps. And I'm going to put the contact strips back on. There's no side to them really. I do check inside here to be sure that everything's clean. It looks pretty good to me. Just check with my toothpick just in case. Looks like it's got any running time at all, this engine. There's two little pins where these go, and they are interchangeable. So make sure that the end of the axles go into the little caps. Very important. And also there's a little pin here that retains your contact strip. That's got to be in there 100%. There's no margin for error there. And once you're happy with the placement of the contact strips, you could put the side frames back on. My morning daylight train, it's a 10-car train, and I put all the lighting, put all the extra lighting kits from Kato. On the camera, you can see them flashing a little bit, but to the naked eye, it's very convincing. Check it with your fingers to be sure that you're feeling no rolling resistance whatsoever. Yeah, this little guy looks pretty darn good. So I'll do the other side off camera. Now I'm ready to put everything back together. The rear truck has the coupler on it, so you don't even have to look for the arrow. It's self-evident, and they'll just snap in. And that's it. These engines, maybe they have a little bit of a hard time getting around some of the tight curves, like 9-inch curves. My layout, I built the layout for my GS4. So the GS4, there's no way it goes around anything tighter than 11-inch. So all my curves are wide. They're actually, they're all 19-inch. So the GS4 has no problem, and also this little guy has no problem. So these contact strips, they are very easy to remove, but to put them back is a little tricky. You have to go on the side there, and it has its place where it sticks in there. Once you have it, you'll know. So I'm gonna work on this a little bit off camera. It's one of those things where you need to focus in. So it goes under these two pins here and next to that one, and it uses this one, this pin, to locate the forward and backwards. And then once that's done, you can put the circuit board in. So here's my circuit board, goes on this side, and it's just held back by this little pin here. Once I have it in this pin, then I can come in with my little retainer, which I put in my box because I didn't want to lose it. And that just goes on top here, like so. Yeah, I want to put these two pins under it, so it's only going to take a second. This is why it's good to watch my videos. It'll save you time. There, this is what it's supposed to look like. So I'm going to test this on the track before I put my shell back on. For sure. I was going to put the retainers for the trucks. These will line up the contact strips at the same time. Is there a front one and a back one to this? Probably not. They look exactly the same. So I'll start with the back one. You have to wiggle it under the contact strips, and then over these the contacts from the trucks, they just snap in. And then we'll do the front one. It's exactly the same thing. You have to get it under the light, under the contact strips. And over the pins, over the trucks. And it will just snap back in. Yep, that sounds pretty good. So I'm gonna go try this on the track. So forward, it's great. Let's try it backward. Perfect. So it's very easy to put the shell back on. It'll just snap in when it's at the right place. And now it's time to run some trains. So I dimmed the lights so you could see it. All my lighting kits. See you soon.